Hey everyone, this is a little bit of a different video than I normally do. Everything in this tutorial will be from this website. I got about 20 products for about $20 American, and shipping I believe was free. I thought all of these things wouldn't be cruelty free, but actually the majority of them are. So if you're looking for something that is cheap and cruelty free, apparently this brand is. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was their tools. The same brand that's cruelty free. They came out with their own little beauty blender, and just to compare, this is a regular beauty blender, this is theirs. Theirs is a little bit more dense and obviously a little bit bigger. We'll see how that works out. I have both to compare. Everything else for tools I am going to be using my own, as I didn't buy all of their tools. We're going to start with their Wonder Skin Poreless Primer. Well, this literally feels like I'm putting water on my face. Maybe I should. Interesting. I guess this is actually really great for anybody with dry skin. I have a bit of dry patches from where I put liquid latex on recently. So this is kind of good. I'm putting a little extra in this area. Because if you can't see, this is where I had liquid latex on Halloween. Next, I got from a different brand, which doesn't say if it's cruelty free or not, the Satin Liquid Foundation in the lightest color. On one half, I'm going to use their beauty blender, and then on the other half, I'll use the regular beauty blender, just so you can see how things work out. Okay. Well, to start, it doesn't have very much coverage and is a bit orange, but is almost pale enough to be me. It's fairly close actually. Look at my neck versus it. It has absolutely no coverage though. You can still see all of the acne, but it did kind of even out my skin tone on the side, at least with this brush. Now I'm going to try with the beauty blender, which is, as you can see, a lot more squishy, and see if it works better. And that's a no. The good news is their brush might be good. This foundation I guess would be great for like a lightweight day. I mean, it's not terrible. Looks a lot nicer on camera than it does in person. I'm gonna zoom you in and so you can see how it's not actually covering anything. Not buildable. It would be a good foundation for anybody who doesn't need a lot of coverage. It doesn't feel very heavy. It's a nice finish. It's just, there's not much of it. Next we're gonna go in with their concealer. It's by the same company, the Santee company. This Miss Ace company has like multiple companies on it. Oh. I feel like this is very thick and there isn't very much in it. And it smells absolutely horrible. Well, that's really white. This might actually be too light of a color for me, or maybe I'll just have really bright under eyes. So if you're really pale, they have something for you. This dries really quickly as I am feeling it, but it actually doesn't look too bad. I think I got rid of anything underneath my eye for sure, and it blends out pretty nice. So for a $1 foundation, if the company is cruelty free, I would highly recommend it. Next, we're gonna move in with this face powder, which is literally called Beauty Face, which you know is legit. I also wanted to keep this in here because I hadn't opened it yet completely, because there's like packaging on the inside also that they just kind of like poorly constructed, and I just wanted to show everybody before I actually opened it. It's kind of hilarious. So it comes with this little poofy brush, and it's kind of like most loose powders. It's got like the little dots in between in which you can dab this shitty powder brush, which I would throw out and use a real powder brush. I mean, I don't hate it. It was only $1, but it's also really tiny. And I wouldn't recommend using their brush as it's just causing a mess. Maybe this one. It's also not translucent. It definitely has like a very foundation-y color to it, as you can see, which is semi-annoying. Anybody who isn't the exact color of this could, you know, tint their foundation and all the other things that they're wearing because of it. Just gonna powder the rest of my face to give this foundation the best chance throughout the day, and actually is mattifying a lot of things. I'm kind of bringing my skin back to normal a bit. Still no coverage at all over here, and I'm not gonna fix it because I'm only gonna use this stuff today. I don't know if you can see, but I've got like a little bit of a wrinkle happening underneath my eye, which only happens when it's dry. So, you know, all of this stuff combined with my Halloween torture of my face is a little bit drying under the eye. Next is, we're gonna go in with the contour palette that they have. I think this was like $2. I might be wrong, it might have been on sale for $1, but it came in this sweet box. It's also got the website of the actual company on it. So once you get it out of the box, it comes like this. And if you open it up, it has the creepiest face in the world in it. But if you remove that creepy face, the palette comes with 6 colors. 3 that are very light and 3 contour shades that are actually, you know, this one looks too like a very bronzy one. This might be a contour, and this is also very bronzy. This is like a yellowy highlight and a like pinky shimmery highlight and a pinky shimmery highlight. I also got this thing that is a highlight and blush, and I'm probably gonna use the highlight on this because this looks like more like a highlight I would normally use. And this blush actually looks a lot darker in person than it was on the website, but it could be very cute. This contour thing comes with this amazing brush that doesn't feel like the worst brush in the world, but I probably wouldn't use it. So I'm gonna start off with this middle contour here, and I'm gonna put that in the contouring places. So I'm gonna go in here with a little bit. I'm not gonna go crazy. This is very pigmented actually. And I'm gonna bronze it up a bit with probably the lighter of the bronzes. It is quite a bit powdery, but it's not bad. It's pretty pigmented, it blends well. I mean, I'm getting a little bit of patchiness here, but that's because I had that dry spot there, so, you know, I can't really complain. That's kind of my fault, not the whole thing's fault. Now, I'm gonna go in with the brow pencil that I got, which is from Amuse, and it's supposed to be ash blonde. But when I looked at it, it kind of looks a little bit dark. But we'll see how it works out. I normally use taupe from Anastasia Beverly Hills, so this might be okay. We'll see. First of all, I hate pencils that are super thick like this. It drives me nuts. I don't have men's eyebrows, so, or even women's eyebrows. So when things are really thick, it makes it very difficult to work with for somebody with no eyebrows naturally. I want to get like a thin line normally to outline where I would like my eyebrows and then fill them in. Whereas this is so thick it's very hard to work with. So I definitely will not be using this again, to be completely honest. Just on the brush thing alone. You see, it gives you full instructions to throw it out because it's absolute garbage. Now, I didn't get any eyeshadow from this company, possibly because I own too many of them already. But I did recently purchase this bad boy, which for anybody who doesn't know is Natasha Denota's holiday palette, one of them in Joya. And it looks absolutely beautiful. As you can see, I've already used it once, just for swatches mostly. And I just wanted to get the opportunity to use it now because it's so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm not using anything at all on my eyes other than this terrible foundation that I put on earlier. And it just glides on my face like beauty. It's just beautiful. Next, we're gonna go in with the most interesting of things that I bought, I think. It is this waterproof eyeliner that seems to be in the same tube as the mascara that it came with. Oh, okay, it's like a fairly normal brush. This is definitely not the worst eyeliner I've ever used, but it's definitely not the best. This brush is like loosey-goosey, but I mean, the formula seems okay. Okay, so it's not completely perfect, but it's fairly good considering this brush is very difficult to work with. I also got this other pencil. It's by Celavi. It's just a white inner eye pencil. Trying to literally get in the waterline. This pencil definitely needs to be warmed up. You can use the back of your hands like I did. And then use it on your eye. Next, we're gonna go in with their waterproof mascara, which looks identical to the waterproof liner, which is very confusing and completely useless for people who want to move fast in the morning. I'm also going to curl my eyelashes first. My first impression of this is that, one, I like the wand. It's not stupid and gimmicky at all. It's just what you see is what you get, sort of thing. Well, it adds absolutely no volume or length, but it does make my eyelashes black. The mascara does nothing better. It does not get any better. There's nothing we can do to fix it or save it. So moving on, we're going to try their little blush highlighter duo. It's a nice little glow. Oh, this thing smells horrible though. Overall, the highlighter is pretty good. Let's try this blush. Now, I'm not big on blushes, to be honest. I don't really wear much generally. But this one's alright. I like the mauve color actually. I thought it would be too dark, but it kind of looks nice. Again, a little bit patchy over the dry area, but again, probably my fault. No complaints. Other than the bad smell, this is a hit. I got two lipsticks with their matching lip liner, and these ones are both from the AOA brand. A purple one, which is called Bounce, and a more regular one I would wear called The End. So starting out with their lip pencil, which I don't know if you can see, it's exceedingly crooked. Looks like the tip of a witch's hat. I'm gonna line my lips. And that fell apart. It's always good. I'm hoping this doesn't stain my lips. Well, this color isn't bad by itself. I just like this. Now I'm gonna ruin it with this probably. Oh wow. This has an interesting smell to it also. It is quite streaky. So it's pretty much dry now. This is what it looks like. It was a little bit streaky going on. No transfer. Okay. So as I suspected, it did stain my lips a bit, so I put a little bit of foundation over top to try to hide it a bit so that I can put the end color on better. Again, I'm going to start with the lip liner, line my lips, color it all in with the liquid stick on top. While we wait for this one to dry, which is actually way peachier and bright than I thought it would be, I'm gonna say a few things about it. First of all, it smells amazing and like candy, and for some reason the other one smelled horrible and like chemicals. I don't know if they switched the formula and this is like a newer one, or this is an older one, or what went on with this. And this one smells like candy, and this one like chemicals, but they both work really well. It's a little bit streaky, but it is a dark color, so it's bound to be a little bit more difficult to work with and make. And so no complaints about either of these. For $1, they're pretty damn good. The last thing that I bought from this company is their eyelashes, which are, as you can see, by a brand called Cara. And what's really creepy is it says that it's human hair, which I've never seen before. Generally everything is synthetic that I use. Again, I didn't buy any eyelash glue from this company because I'm very particular about putting things near my eyes that I do not know anything about. So I'm going to be using this velour lash glue. First impressions, I like the thin band that it is on. It's not a thick band at all, which a lot of cheaper eyelashes are. So that's the final look. So thank you for watching. I know I'm super awkward still in front of a camera, and this is my first review, first impressions, everything. I hope you enjoyed it and will continue to stick with me now that I'm not doing Halloween stuff. If there's anything you want to see me do, I do intend on showing a lot of my trip that happened fairly recently and a few other things, so you get more than makeup from me. Hey everyone, I just wanted to do like a quick check back in after it's been about 8 hours of wear. As you can see, the Natasha Denona, of course, is perfect. My lashes are basically falling off in places. That glue is not very good. The concealer and all of the other stuff held up pretty good actually. I'm pretty impressed. It was only $1. But yeah. Oh, also I switched my lips to Candy K because it was too weird. But yeah, everything else held up pretty well. It's still a little patchy and you can still see my acne, but yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this and it'll help you purchase things. And the pink one smells beautiful, but it does this. 100% human hair. Weird. Baby face. If you were wondering, this shirt is from Misguided. It actually kind of just looks like one of the Titans from Attack on Titan. Bonus footage. What do you think, Teeny? You want to be on video? Yeah. Say hello to everybody. Momo, what do you have to say to the world? The whole world is watching. What do you have to say?